Good morning, students. Today we'll start the new chapter, Inverse Trigonometry. Before studying about this inverse trigonometry, so we studied in the first chapter relations and functions. In relations and functions, so we have studied about one and onto function. One and onto function. What is one function? So here, if there are two sets, we can call it as A, as B, A to B, there exists a function f such that each and every element of every element of set A having unique images in B. For example, x, y, z, 1, 2, 3, 4. So x is related with 3, y is related with 2, and z is related with 4. So this is one function because here x, y and z. For x also only one image is there. For y one image is there. Z is also one image is there. So two elements are not having one pre-image in A. That's why it is called one function. And onto means, what is onto? Onto function. Onto means each and every element of set B are having pre-images. For example, x, y, z. 1, 2 and 3. X is related with 2, y with 1, z with 3. So it is both one and onto because so every element of set A are having unique images in B, right? And every element of set B are having pre-images with at least one element of set A, right? So that's why this is called both one and onto function. So if it is both one and onto, we can call it as bisective. Both one and onto. Okay, it is called bisective function. If it is bisective, then there exists a inverse function for the given function f. There exists a inverse function f inverse existing if it is both one and onto. Okay, so by that we'll study about the inverse trigonometry. This is very important concept that bisective then inverse exists. So like that, before studying about the inverse trigonometry, inverse function, so there are 6 trigonometric functions we know already. We have studied in previous years. Sine function, cosine function, tan function means a tangent function, cotangent, sec function, secant, and cosecant. These are the 6 trigonometric functions, and also we know the geometrical meaning. The geometrical meaning of 6 trigonometric functions we study here. Co-functions are there. Sine function. Okay. What is the meaning of sine function? The chord of the circle. Chord of the circle is called sine function. We can call it as sine. Okay, then tangent, a straight line which touches the circle at one point, it is tangent. We can call it as P here. This line is touches the circle at the point P, so it is tangent. Tangent to the circle. Sine function, tangent function. Then what is the meaning of secant? Secant. So it passes through the circle. Means it is passing through this end to this end. So this is called secant. Okay. These are the three main functions. Remaining three are co-functions. Just like if I use positive, then negative will come. Okay. These two are similar, but the operation is different. Okay. Like that, sine and cosine are similar functions, but different meaning. Okay. Co-function. If you write CO behind the sine function, it will become cosine. So if you write CO behind tangent, it will become cotangent. Secant behind, if you write CO, then it will become cosecant. So total 6 trigonometric functions are there. Now the short forms will write here: sine function SIN, cosine COS will write, tangent TAN, cotangent COT, secant SEC, then cosecant COSEC, cosec. These are the 6 trigonometric functions we already studied, right? Then definition. What is the definition of sine, cos, tan, tangent, cotan, and secant and cosecant? Okay. Sine function. So to study about 3 sides or 3 angles of the triangle means forming the relation between angle and sides. So for that we will consider a right angle triangle, because any triangle can be converted into a right angle triangle by drawing perpendicular line. So we can convert here. Suppose if I consider theta, theta means acute angle. Suppose theta is here, angle BCA is theta, then so by using the functions, it gives the relationship between angle and side. The functions, trigonometric functions, gives the relationship between angle and sides of the triangle. Now, first function, that is sine. We'll write sine theta is equal to definition, opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Then what is opposite side? So opposite to this theta. Opposite side to the angle theta. So AB is opposite side here. AB is opposite side. Then hypotenuse. Hypotenuse means the largest side of the right angle triangle, that is AC. Similarly, cos theta is equal to adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. You know the definition. Hypotenuse is AC. Adjacent side to the theta adjacent side, that is BC. So we'll write here adjacent side BC divided by AC. Then tan theta is equal to opposite divided by adjacent side. So for theta, opposite side is AB. Then adjacent side is BC. Okay. So these are the main 3 functions. By using these 3 functions, so we can write remaining 3 cosec. Cosec theta is the reciprocal of sine. Cosec theta is the reciprocal of sine. Then 1 by sine. 1 by sine. Sine means we know opposite divided by hypotenuse. Take the reciprocal. Hypotenuse divided by opposite side. That will be hypotenuse is AC, the particular triangle. AC divided by opposite side is AB. Okay. Then sec theta. Sec theta 1 divided by cos, which is equal to 1 divided by cos means adjacent side divided by hypotenuse, which is equal to hypotenuse divided by adjacent side is nothing but AC divided by BC. Next one, tangent. Reciprocal of tangent is, that is cot theta 1 divided by tan, which is equal to 1 divided by opposite divided by adjacent side. If you take the reciprocal, adjacent side divided by opposite side, which is equal to adjacent side is BC divided by AB. These are the definitions we studied in 10th standard, the definitions of trigonometric functions. Okay. And also we studied the identities. So what are the identities? The first trigonometric identity is sin theta or sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1 is the first trigonometric identity. Then 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. These are the three identities. Okay. Then after that, we know how to prove this. You got sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. We have seen the proofs. Now, next is some compound angles. Or else before that, so before trigonometry, before studying of trigonometric functions, the angle. So measurement of angles we studied in first PUC. So measurement of angles means there are two forms for defining the angle. So one is in a degree, another in radians. Okay, degree and radian. Degree means, what do you mean by degree? So if you draw this circle here, how many parts will make here? How many parts? 360 equal parts will make, right? So in that, so 1 by 360th part, 1 by 360th part is called 1 degree. 1 by 360th part is called 1 degree, right? So we can make, because here 360 degrees we can form here equal parts. So 360 equal parts we can make in the circle. So in that 1 by 360th part is called 1 degree. Okay. And next, radian means radians in the circle. It is radius. If length of the arc AC we can write. Here it is O, center of the circle O. OAC is a sector, that circle. If OA is equal to AC, OA is equal to AC, and these Radius of the circle is equal to length of the minor arc. Both are equal, or we can call both are equal to 1 unit. Then angle generated at the center of the circle, angle generated at the center of the circle is called radian. 1 radian we can call. Angle generated at the center of the circle is called radian. 1 radian. Okay. This is about measurements. There are two methods to define or to measure the angle. So how to convert radian to degree, degree to radian? Suppose if it is theta or else x degree, it is in degree now. So to convert in terms of radians, multiplying by pi by 180, then it will be in radian. Theta pi, theta into a radian divided by 180. Similarly, if it is in radians, converting 180 divided by pi. Here pi is equal to 180 degrees. Pi radians is equal to 90 degrees. Okay. Which is equal to theta into 180 divided by pi degrees. Now, if you multiply by converting degrees to radians, what happens? If you multiply by pi by 180, it will be in radian. If you multiply 180 by pi, then we can convert in terms of degrees. This is what conversion. For example, pi by 3 is there. It is in radian now. Pi by 3 is there. It is in radian. If you multiply 180 divided by 5, then we can convert in terms of degrees. So here pi cancel. 3 1s are, 3 6s are, 60 degree. Similarly, if it is in degree, same example we consider 60 degree, converting into radian. So multiply pi by 180, which is equal to 6 1s are, 6 3s are. So pi by 3 radians. This is what conversion. And also we have studied the table values. Table values also we studied. So what are the important table values? Table, we know theta, sine function, cos function and tan function. Only 3 you remember. 3 functions if you remember, remaining easily you can write because reciprocals. If it is theta is 0, your pi by 6, 30 degree, pi by 4, 45 degree, pi by 3, 60 degree, then pi by 2 means 30 degree, here 45 degree. These are standard angles. It is 60 degree, it is 90 degree, it is 0 radian or 0 degree. So what is the value of sine 0? Sine 0 is 0. Sine 30, 1 by 2. Sine 45, 1 by root 2. Sine 60, root 3 by 2. Sine 90 is 1. Cos 0 is 1. Yes, root 3 by 2. Then next 1 by root 2. It is 1 by 2. It is 0. Then tan 0 is 0. Tan 30 degrees 1 by root 3. Next 45 is 1. It is root 3. It is infinity, not defined, we'll write not defined. Or infinity, sometimes we can write it as not defined. Or infinity, we can call. So these are table values. You should remember them to solve the examples. And next, what we studied after this, if they give, suppose sin theta is equal to 4 by 5 will take. Sin theta is equal to 4 by 5. Okay. Where theta is in first quadrant or else the second quadrant. We consider second quadrant. Suppose theta is in second quadrant. Then what are the remaining trigonometric values of remaining trigonometric functions? How to calculate it? Either you can use a right angle triangle or else identities also you can use for solving this. Okay. For right angle triangle means if I draw the triangle here, you know the definition of sine function. Here consider theta, here it is 90 degree, A, B, C will give. So what is the definition of sine function? That is opposite side divided by hypotenuse. So what is the opposite side for theta? That is AB, we will consider 4. Then AC is 5. What about BC? By using Pythagoras theorem, we can calculate this BC. So we can get 3 here. Now remaining functions we can write easily by definitions. Cos theta, what is the definition of cos theta? Yes. Adjacent divided by hypotenuse, that is 3 by 5. Then tan theta, opposite by adjacent. Then remaining 3 means reciprocals. Sec theta, reciprocal of cos, 5 by 3. Cosec theta, reciprocal of sine, that will be 5 by 4. Cot, reciprocal of tan, 3 by 4. So like this we can calculate. We can give any trigonometric function and we will ask to find remaining trigonometric functions. So by using Pythagoras theorem and by definition we can find remaining trigonometric functions. So we studied in the previous, means in first PUC. So along with that, also we studied compound angles. Compound angles. What are compound angles? Compound angles means sine of A plus B, cos of A plus B, minus B, you can consider tan of A plus B, plus or minus, you can consider, right? So we derived the formula cos of A plus B. What is the formula for cos of A plus B? Cos A cos B minus sin A sin B, where A and B are angles. So if it is minus sign, then cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. Correct. Then similarly, sin of A plus B, we derive the formula sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. If it is minus sign in between, then the formula will be sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. Similarly for tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A into tan B. Or else, if here minus sign, tan A minus tan B divided by 1 plus tan A into tan B. So these are the compound angle, we should remember the formula. Okay, very important formula. We derived in previous class, previous year. After that compound angles, we studied multiple angles. What are the multiple angles? 2A, 3A, these are all multiple angles. That is sine of 2A, 2 sine A cos A, cos 2A, cos square A minus sine square A, or 1 minus 2 sine square A, 2 cos square A minus 1 tan 2A, 2 tan A divided by 1 minus tan square A. So these are multiple angles. Submultiple means sine A is equal to 2 sine A by 2 cos A by 2, cos 2A is equal to cos square A by 2 minus sine square A by 2, which is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square A by 2, 2 cos square A by 2 minus 1. These are all some formulas, some multiple angles. Here multiple angles. Sin 3A, cos 3A also you can write. So derivation of sin 3 is very simple. You can consider sin of 2A plus A. You can expand sin of A plus B, sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Like this we can write. And sin 2A formula, 2 sin A cos A. One more cos A is there, plus cos 2A is there. We are converting in terms of sine. That's why you can convert this cos 2A in terms of sine. That is 1 minus 2 sine square A into sine A. So 2 sine A into 1 minus, cos square A is there, plus sine A minus 2 sine cube A. You get the formula. Okay, we simplify and convert this in terms of sine. 1 minus sine square by identity. 1 to sine A, 1 minus sine square A plus sine A minus 2 sine cube A. So you can simplify and we will get the formula 3 sine A minus 4 sine cube A for sine 3A. Similarly, we can write cos 3A. Cos 3A is equal to what we will get? 4 cos 2A minus 3 cos A we get. Okay. These are some formulas. Multiple angles. These are all multiple angles. These are some multiple angles. And after that, transformation formula. What are transformation formula? Write the transformation formula. Transformation means product to sum or sum to product. Product to sum or sum to product. Transformation. Okay. So we write sum to product sin C plus sin D. Here sin c plus sin d, both sides sin function is there, then the formula will be 2 sin c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. If in between both sides sin function is there, in between positive is there, then we will write sin first, then cos next. Okay. Then if a minus sign will come in between, sin c minus sin d is equal to 2. First we will write cos c minus d by 2. Next we will write sin c plus d by 2. Okay. Then cos c plus cos d. Again we will write 2. Here both side cos is there, so same functions will come. If positive is there, cos will come. If negative is there, sin will come. C minus, it is common. C plus d, sorry, d plus c minus. Cos c minus d by 2. Cos c minus cos d is equal to, here this is exceptional case, here minus 2 sin, in between minus sign is there, we have to write sin function. If here cos function is there, both side cos and middle minus sign is there, so both side sin will come. Okay. So these are transformation formulae. Now we have written sum to product. Similarly, we can write product to sum. Okay. Derivation of we have studied in PUC first year. How to derive the formula. This formula how we get. Okay, derivation is not necessary. Already we studied first PUC. That's why just I am writing the formula. If it is sin A cos B, then we will write 1 by 2 sin of A plus B plus sin of A minus B, like that. Similarly, we can write remaining of, these are some formulae, transformation formulae. Here product is there, here sum is there, in between sum we got. Okay. Then after that we discussed about trigonometric equations. What is trigonometric equation? We know. So how the equations, equations means, for example, ax plus b is equal to 0 is an equation. Okay. Ax square bx plus c is equal to 0. It is also an equation. Okay. Suppose such type equations are included trigonometric functions, then we can call it as trigonometric equations. Okay. So in trigonometric equation, for solving, how to solve the trigonometric equations? If it is some standard forms are there, if sin x is equal to 0 form, sin x is equal to 0 form, then general solution x is equal to solving the equation means what? Finding the x value. Okay. X is equal to, generally write n pi, means what? For what value, after substituting which value will get, for what value of x will get 0 here. Solving means x value n substitute ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ 0 ಬರ್ತದೆ. Okay. Here x is equal to n pi, where n is any integer. If you consider any integer, you will get sine value. Sine function will become 0. So that's why we are writing like this. When cos x is equal to 0 means cos x is equal to 0. When we get 0, x is equal to odd multiple of 90 degree. Odd multiple 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. This is odd multiple of 90 degree. Here also n belongs to an integer. Right? If the equation is in the form of cos x is equal to 0 or sec x is equal to 0, we can convert that, because reciprocal of cos is nothing but sec. Okay, this general solution will write. Then tan x is equal to 0.